it's important as the Dane-zaa people, to people of, the rest of the world to know who we are. Our footprint's always been here, always.
Like right now, I'm trying to make a road, and my mother's 80-year-old. It's 10 kilometers away. They said, you're not an oil patch, we can't give you a permit. And it's my own land. The oil patch guys pay that permit, and there's no problem for them. They'll make a road, they'll do whatever they want, and they own the road.
Before development, our people, one likes to use the word freely. With, civilization and with people moving in, the fences, and it was taken away. There are the spots that we usually go in, we can no longer because of no trespassing. Yeah, it makes it difficult.
You see a land that's basically been, kind of held hostage for truly, utilizing, for our people to utilize it in the way that they had before, because there's no timeline set when the area was permitted for whether it was logging, whether it was oil and gas development, agriculture. There's a bunch of private land in here too. Didn't used to be. Now there is. So these areas, I talk about, for generations our people could use this area, but it's going to be, generations before Blueberry people could use it again in the way that they did before.
What the Crown has done from time to time and over and over and over again, which has amounted to what gets called death through 1,000 cuts. It's authorized cut block upon cut block, clear cut upon clear cut, as well as gas pad upon gas pad, gas processing facility upon processing facility, as well as the roads that connect those things, the pipelines that connect them, the hydroelectric infrastructure that's been built in Blueberry's territory.
It does suck. Honestly, it's fucking suck. I'm sorry, I swear in this, but like, it legit feels like, someone's just barging in your home. It's like, okay, I'm just gonna set up here, and you're just gonna have a little chunk over here, and we'll call it even. That's like, life should not work like that anymore.
We come close to coming to terms with them, but they gave us a take it or leave it scenario, and that we cut off all the negotiations, and we decided to, continue on with the court.
And Blueberry had to sit and watch area after area get lost during that whole period. It was a difficult time that sort of had a mix of despair and hope all at once.
We took the stand. The trial was over 160 days. It was a long trial.
It was really nerve-wracking a little bit, just with having everyone all there, and especially just, I've never really done something like that before, ever, really. So doing that was just a really big step to doing something new. I thought about a lot of really great outcomes of what the possibilities of this could bring, not only for me, but, for future and past generations that could look up to this.
We didn't know the outcome. Everybody, had, put their heart and soul into this. And on June 29th, I got a call from my legal team. I remember it was at the end of the day, I believe 4:35 p.m.
I told him, I said, we won. What?
She read the outcome of the court to me, and she had to read it a few times over.
We won completely. And it was during the heat wave, and he said, Megan, it is too hot up here for jokes right now. You better not be kidding me. And I said, we won. Everything Blueberry has been saying, the court said you're right, and the government has to stop, and they have to work with you.
Best way I can relate to it is like you're kind of sitting at the edge of your seat thinking, this game sucks, or your team makes a comeback, and then you're kind of like, this might go the way. And that's the way I kind of looked at it was, hey, we made a comeback, and this is a huge win. So
it's all right in front of us. It's just we got to pick up our feet and, move forward.
We hear the young people now. There's hope. There is hope now that we will be a part of decisions being made in the future, and I'm glad, this is just the beginning. There's a lot of work ahead of us, but the beginning, now that we'll have a voice.
So I look at this area in terms of what that decision in our treaty rights litigation means and the opportunity to have influence on regulatory process. It's an opportunity that'll only come once. It'll never ever happen again. If we're able to be a participant productively, actively, and the province is willing to incorporate Blueberry's input, whatever areas that used to be like this area, the value in terms of treaty rights exercising, cultural practices, traditional practices, whatever areas like that remain on this land, northeastern British Columbia, there's an opportunity to be able to preserve and conserve those areas. Just because there's standing timber there doesn't mean Jim Pattison gets it, doesn't mean Canfor gets it, doesn't mean West Fraser Timber gets it. It means that there's a higher value, not a monetary value, and we can talk about that. We can talk about, we got the value of our members being able to go and have experiences on the land like the experiences the generation of my mother had.
Thinking about this court case and what it means now to move forward, and I asked the youngsters and some of the elders, they're relieved that there's hope for the new generation. There is hope that they would have something.
And what comes of it is an opportunity to participate, to have our say in, what gets permitted, what gets managed for, however that happens. It provides an opportunity for Blueberry to be at the table and really influence land use, land management. This very unique opportunity to build a decision-making process where Blueberry, has a say.
We're going to do this, and we're going to do this right.